Welcome back to another mini episode of Aussie Cinema Talk, where we highlight some of Aussie's greatest television shows. And by greatest, I mean just like for something to talk about, really.
Yeah, it's something that interests us. It's that your little introduction there sounded like Andrew Daddo introducing, these are the funniest ads or whatever he did.
I'm getting into it, aren't I?
That was a good intro.
Building those podcast skills for when we go big, Welcome back.
What episode did we cover today, Tim? It was
Today,
episode 3 of
Sylvania Waters. Now, you've got to look this up. After we talk about this, I recommend it to anyone. I'm hooked now, Dom.
You are?
I'm really into this show.
So that was episode 3. So that you kind of got a midway sort of crash course.
It was still quite introductory from start to finish as far as the show went. It sort of showed a bit of the dynamic of a family. It's about a family. Mm-hmm. The format is, I thought it was... it's like a reality show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a mini doco series. Yeah,
yeah. It's so good. Anyway, based around this family. They're quite the average Aussie Joe, aren't they?
Yeah.
And so, but
they're kind of on the wealthy. They live in Sydney. Sylvania Waters is like near Miranda, I think, in Sydney.
Right. Yeah.
So they're the mum and dad, Laurie and Noleen, are quite well to do. But
I've got some bogan posh vibes from them. They've got money, but they're so dad's into car racing heaps.
It's very exciting. That's what got me. And once I started, there's nothing to me like this. And I've done a lot of things. The thrill of motor racing is just something else. You've got to be there to appreciate really what goes on. It certainly gets the adrenaline pumping. I've water skied, I've snow skied, I've played ice hockey, I've done everything. You name it, I've done it. But motor racing is the biggest buzz in my life.
And mum's into drinking and smoking ciggies.
Drinking wine and yeah.
She's always got a scotch and coke. And Laurie, the dad, he's really into making race cars. But then we've got Paul and Dione. So Paul is Noleen's son, eldest son, and he's got his girlfriend pregnant.
Yeah.
Which we get a lot of information about in this episode.
Great couple too, and they don't have as much money as the parents do.
No.
They get a lot of handouts from them, but they're comfortably struggling, I'd say. There's nothing dire coming from their situation, but they've just got nothing.
He's feeling fine because we open the episode with him taking his dog a walk while he surfs. He skateboards,
down the street with his dog pulling him along. Oh, it's so cool.
We're treated to this great rock and roll
solo guitar. Oh,
it's so
good.
good.
So he's living it up. He's ripping it up. He's got a baby on the way, which he doesn't mind.
There was a line that tickled you, I noticed. She says, "We've got this shawl because it's going to bring. This is what we're going to use to bring the baby home in."
Yeah. What else are we going to wrap the baby in when we bring him home? Oh, shorts, thongs. No, boardies, thongs.
Oh,
What's that for?
What do you reckon?
Baby shawl.
What do we bring the baby home in? I've got everything,
singlet,
I
thongs,
know. I've checked it about 10,000 times.
So he's got no idea on how to rear a child.
No idea.
Neither does she, really.
Nah, I mean, she's smoking and drinking the whole time. She's like 9 months pregnant.
But quite an amicable character, hey?
Yeah.
I
feel like she comes off pretty well. Everyone else in it is quite, pretty rubbish.
Yeah. They've always got beef on someone. Or
they're always trash talking. Yeah.
So Laurie's got to sell a few cars.
From what Mum told me yesterday, they're selling a few cars. Like, he's taken the Buick up to mix and he's going to put it on the corner there. But now being a recession, it's very hard to sell a car. There's a full-on stock take going on. There's the Buick, Laurie's favourite car. So, it's got to be something if he's selling that.
Everything's for sale. The Buick, the Galaxy. That's going in the paper at the weekend. And out of the 3, we maybe sold 1 or 2. Like, I haven't got months to muck around. We've got to do it quick. It's got to be done in the next 2 weeks. So if we stand around and wait, nothing will happen. So
he's got to flog a few cars. He's got a car collection. So we already know that's how rich they are.
The missus isn't happy about that.
No, but I mean, when is she? I mean, the whole episode, I don't think I saw her enjoy anything.
No, I'll correct you there, Dom.
Oh, yeah.
There was one party scene.
Oh, my God.
When she was absolutely belted, and she gets down and does the haka, the New Zealand haka.
She was having a good time then, wasn't she?
Oh, wow. The only time.
3 sheets of the wind doing the haka.
3 nips of the whiskey too, I'd say. Or more.
Laurie's got a pretty good pool room as well.
It does. Classic pool room. Like the castle
just
pool
like
room.
the castle.
It's got a pool table in it.
Yep.
It's got, we've got memorabilia on the wall.
Posters or framed photos
racing.
of his cars.
Yeah.
Nice bar set
Little
up.
bar there. Oh man, Elvis' picture was in the kitchen though. Another going back to Elvis again. I think we spoke in the Leyland Brothers episode. Like some of these male characters that we run into have the mutton chops and the slick back hair.
Yeah, and the sunnies. There's something about old Australia which I can't quite work out that people really dug and respected and idolised Elvis.
It's something you and I are kind of obsessed with these films that we get into, like the Grandpa Jack character in Crackers, who was a big Elvis fan, and he resembled a lot of these characters. I mean, Laurie is a real Grandpa Jack, isn't he?
We see him in the baby blue stubbies and a baby blue polo shirt while he's cleaning the car with no shoes on. We cut back to what's his name? God damn it, Paul. Cut back to him, and he's saying
Apparently he's had a physical and he's not in as good a shape as what he really thinks he is. From what Mum says, you know, it's not right to go talking about him like while he's not here, but Mum says he's a candidate for a heart attack.
He's a candidate for a heart attack.
Yeah.
He's not.
I shouldn't talk about him while he's not here,
But I will.
We've covered the baby, haven't we?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She's going to the hospital to get induced.
I'm scared of the pain. It's not giving birth that worries me. It's what I know what I'm like, Paul. You know what I'm like with pain in my stomach.
Well, you're going to have to, you know, when I say be man about it, I'm not saying be a man. You know, you're going to have to take it in your stride, you know. And I'll be there, your mum's there, midwives are there, doctors there, everyone's there, you know. Anything you want, I'll get quick smart.
Oh, when the kid comes back from his rugby tour, he's got a small hickey on the side of his neck.
That's right.
And
the neighbour.
This gross suntan dude without a shirt on, who's the neighbour.
Next door neighbour.
Comes over and goes, "What's that, mate? You got a hickey on the side? You haven't been learning how to drink over there, have you?"
And he's also in front of his mum, so he's obviously denies it, but he's got this cheeky grin. The neighbour goes, "Don't worry, you can tell me when they're gone later."
He's so seedy. We've had our fair share of seedy neighbours.
Seedy neighbours, yeah. There was that one side of the house that always changed. Colourful characters.
Constant turnover.
We had those dudes that I'm sure would have been drug dealers or something with those two vicious dogs.
Yes.
One called Crowbar.
Crowbar and Craven.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and the ball went over the fence. It was kissing
That was
goodbye.
done. Let's get another ball.
Yeah, there's something remarkable about this show, and I wish more people would see it, but a lot of people have tried to get to watch it have not been able to watch it because, and it's you said it while we were watching it, because they're so familiar, the characters, they do feel like family in a way.
Yeah, it kind of tingles this little, or reactivates these little miniature traumas in your life.
Yes.
Where you're like, oh my god, I remember this. This is
Domestic terrors.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to add about this show is the monologue or the voiceover.
Oh yeah, from the son.
From the son. So it's kind of from the son's perspective, or he narrates it, I suppose.
I was still away in Europe having a good time when my school report arrived. I was glad not to be there, as some of my family members gathered round and decided how to put my education straight again.
But quite often when that happens, when there's the voiceover, you get these stills, these photographic stills. Can you describe to me what these, like the filters and
the filters and stuff, it makes it look like the kind of, you know, those tacky ass things you see in like Maya, where it's like, get your family photo taken and here are some of the options.
Yeah.
Well, they'll get two separate photos and then blend them in this really tacky, romantic way.
Oh, do you want it embossed? We've got embossed mode.
No, I'll just take the normal ones.
There's one that looks like it's been chiseled out of concrete. It goes like a negative.
It's a new
and positive.
filter on this brand new program called Corel Draw.
So gross. And the font that's used. And
Papyrus, I believe, is the font.
And the opening credits with that sort of dramatic, calm piano music.
Yeah, it's like the kind of music you'd get on a call waiting. Like if you're calling up like
hold.
the NRMA, the please hold. Ding, 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 ding.
Complete with all the craning shots over Sydney Harbour and everything. You know where you are. And
give you a taste.
Yeah, it's such an Aussie show. And if you have watched Crackers since we've reviewed it, watch Sylvania Waters and you'll see the family dynamics and where Crackers draws it from. You know? It's such an Aussie family.
I think he must have been a fan.
Yeah, definitely.
And like fashion-wise, the crew behind Kath and Kim.
I was going to say, who else were fans?
Absolutely.
Kath and Kim, for sure.
Yeah, there's no question.
Parallels, yeah.
Even like the constantly moving camera, you know, the handheld camera, the way Kath and Kim, it's always shot like that. And a lot of the discussions happen in the kitchen. You know.
And a lot of the discussions are sort of pointless to the story. Just real, just banter, like chit-chat. And it's so funny, though.
Hey, before we wrap up this episode, dig this, right? Mate of mine, you'd know him as well, Seb.
Yeah.
His birthday's coming up this weekend.
Right.
And as a surprise, his wife, Kathy, got the Sylvania Waters house on Airbnb.
What?
Yeah.
You can get it?
Apparently you can get the house. The house is listed, dear listeners, on Airbnb. You can rent out the house that this fucking bizarre show is filmed in.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be so tempting not to like vandalise it because it's just like, fuck these guys.
Oh,
but they've moved out years ago, so I mean...
Seb could make an episode while he's there, you know?
That would be so good.
See if the neighbours living next door. Show us your hickey.
I'll definitely be taking some great photos.
That's
I'll take
incredible.
some nice HD photos and bungle on the Facebook page.
Make sure you drink a bit of whiskey and do the haka while you're there, Dom.
Will do, Jim, will do. Thanks again for listening to another mini-ep with Dom and
Tim
from Aussie Cinema Talk.
In the next episode, will there be a family argument? Will Dione have her baby? Will that baby be a boy or a girl? I've got a $100 bet riding on the sex of that child. So tune in for the next episode and see if I win.